Ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin is doing exceptionally well right now. It is pumping back to the upside after having a downturn. It went downwards from around 73k all the way down to around 60k, a 17% drop in the Bitcoin price over the course of around a week. Okay, so a pretty significant correction, not like huge, nothing particularly major. I mean, in the past, we've seen massive corrections around prior all-time highs. If we look at something like 2017, for example, and this is just 2017, right? You go back to prior cycles like 2014, 2015, you just see huge drops. But even in 2017, which is, you know, a cycle in which we just went straight upwards, essentially. We saw a correction of 19%, roughly the same size, but it took around 2 months of correcting and consolidating around that all-time high region before finally going upwards. You know, then you go back to the prior cycle before that, 2013 all-time high, you draw a line there and you see that from the time we first retested that all-time high region, it took us basically 100 days to properly break out from that price region. And we saw in that 100-day period of constant rejections, that's over 3 months, 3.5 months of constant rejections, we saw not one, but 2 separate 30% corrections. So the fact that the Bitcoin here has not had any 30% correction, let alone not 2, like 2014, 2015, 2016, and didn't even have, 4 weeks to, a month of corrections here, like 2020, we just saw a mere small little tiny drop of, what do we see here? 17% drop. It's been pretty good. But now it begs the question. We're performing very, very well here. We're moving upwards very, very rapidly. You look at the monthly chart and you see that we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 consecutive green monthly candles. On the weekly chart, you can see very clearly we haven't had any significant corrections since basically back here in March 2023. That's the last time we broke lows in a correction, besides the brief period of time here in January. So it's been over a year, essentially, since we've had any actual proper bearish price action that actually sustained into an actual downwards trend. And even before March 2023, if you want to go really literally about it, on a weekly chart level, the last actual downwards trend was quite literally the low here in November 2022. So the fact of the matter is Bitcoin has gotten a very, very nice ride to the upside ever since the bottom in 2022 with very minimal amount of corrections. A lot of consolidation, to be fair. We had a lot of consolidation over here in 2023, but as of recently, not much at all. Bitcoin's been doing very well. It's been moving faster than expected and higher than expected. And so now it begs the question, well, now that we've seen a 17% correction over the course of a week and we've started to bounce, is that a fake out? Is that a trap? That's the question. Is this a trap? And I'm going to show you exactly what we need to be looking at over the next few days to confirm the answer to that question. So, to clarify, on my YouTube channel, I did a video 2 days ago here. This video right here, watch this now, Bitcoin is about to explode to the upside. I did that video 15 minutes after the breakout of this green this yellow line right here at that breakout. I did that video literally at 65k. In that video, long positions were taken by me and myself. I'm not going to say recommended, but I certainly said I entered long positions. And in yesterday's video, I mentioned the fact that 69k would be the next major resistance zone. We not only broke 69k, but we've gone upwards. We've headed to something like 71.3k, and right now on Bitcoin, 71.3k is the next resistance zone, and above that, there's just the all-time high, right? So let's say that again. We are at 71.3k. That is the resistance zone we're currently facing. Above this level, there is only the all-time high. So if we break this level, we're going to all-time highs essentially on Bitcoin. And what we see on Bitcoin right now is breakouts from a resistance line right here, breakouts from a triangle right here, breakouts from a 4-hourly chart RSI line. We have an RSI line I'll draw in right now so you can see it. We broke that level as well. We've seen many, many breakouts across the board. On top of all of this, if we delete everything on the chart, what we actually see here is some sort of inverted head and shoulder formation that formed right there. If we take a measured move from the base to the neckline of that formation, and we apply it to a breakout point, it is actually targeting basically exactly the Bitcoin all-time high. So everything right now on Bitcoin is looking quite good on the short-term charts, but it's not just the short-term charts that give us confirmations of what's happening. Short-term charts are good illustrations of what's happening right now and what might happen in the very immediate future, but they're not good illustrations of what the macro is looking like. When we talking about macro, we're talking about whether this move is a fake out on a macro level. We have to talk about weekly chart, monthly chart, things of that accord. So let's look into it, right? Monthly chart. What is the monthly chart doing? The monthly chart has a major resistance level at support level at 61.2k. It is actually currently a resistance level though, which might sound ridiculous considering we're above it so high. But the fact is it's a resistance level because of the fact that we've never closed above it before. So you can see we had a retest here in October 2021 and we had a retest here in February 2024. That level at 61.2k is the highest ever monthly candle close we've ever seen. Right now, in 5 days and 11 hours, we will see the next monthly candle. And if Bitcoin closes above 61.2k on the monthly candle in 5 days and 11 hours on this monthly candle, that will be a very bullish indicator for the macro because we would be breaching the highest ever monthly close we've ever seen. Now, if we go back in time, we look at the prior cycle, we can see the monthly close that we saw in this 2017 December high was very relevant in the bear market and also in the bull market. Again, we were rejected from that level. When we got above it, we closed above that level, we entered a macro bull market and we continued massively to the upside. We 3x'd from the point of breaking that level. So assuming the same thing would happen this time, a 3x from this level would be 180k. Now, that's not a prediction at all. It's just an observation of reality that happened last time. If we go back to 2013, 2014, we draw a candle at the monthly close right there. As you can see, it wasn't as exact in that cycle, unfortunately, but it still was roughly true that that monthly level was a vague resistance zone. We tested it on a monthly candle wick right there. We got above it. We jumped around a bit, but we finally got above it properly, and we skyrocketed to the upside. We went from 1,100 on Bitcoin price all the way up to around 20k in the top a year later. So the fact of the matter is the monthly candles are very important. Forget about the prior cycles. They're important just alone by looking at this cycle. What do we see in October 2021? Highest ever monthly candle close. What do we see here in February? A rejection from that monthly level. If we take that monthly level at 61.2k and we apply it to the short-term charts, it ends up being the pink line here on the screen. That pink line is clearly a very important support zone. So this monthly candle close is very important. Again, it closes in 5 days and 11 hours. And if we close that level above 61.2k, that is an excellent sign to indicate that this move is not a fake out. What is another sign? Another sign will be the weekly candle close, which again is in 5 days and 11 hours. Now, just like the monthly chart, basically, the weekly candle level is very important because if we take the all-time high from 2021 bull market, all right, 69k, we draw a line there and we extend it across to where we are right now. What we can see is we actually rejected from that level on the weekly candle close. We went downwards quite massively, but now we're edging above that level. If we close the weekly candle above 69k, above this yellow line, that will be, again, a bullish validation. So both of these things are happening in 5 days and 11 hours. The weekly candle and the monthly candle are happening in 5 days and 11 hours. Now, for the monthly candle, it's very important we close above 61.2k. And for the weekly candle, it's very important we close above 69k. Since they're both closing at the same time, ideally, we need to be seeing, in 5 days and 11 hours, Bitcoin above 69k. Bitcoin needs to be above 69k for the weekly candle and monthly candle close. Those things would validate this move as not being a fake out, but being an actual legitimate macro breakout. Being above 69,000 USD in 5 days and 11 hours when the weekly candle and monthly candle closes will validate this move as a bullish breakout. Before we end the video, I just want to bring your attention to one more thing. It's the USDT.D chart, the USDT dominance chart. So when this goes downwards, that is indicative of people buying crypto because they use stable coins to buy crypto. And when it goes upwards, that is indicative of people selling crypto. Right now, this chart is on a major support block. We really need to be seeing that support block break to the downside. That's a 5-year support zone. The fact that we're sitting right on that support zone is a little bit concerning, I'll be completely honest, because it does mean that this chart is likely to bounce, and that is synonymous with Bitcoin and crypto going downwards for a correction. So hopefully that breaks to the downside. But yeah, the ultimate things we're looking at right now, as I said, monthly chart and weekly chart on Bitcoin. Perhaps we'll discuss this chart right here, USDT.D, in a little bit more depth in tomorrow's video. But in tomorrow's video as well, I'm going to discuss some regulation that's happened in the EU regarding self-custody of crypto coins and how that could spill into other countries and essentially could actually be really negative for the cryptocurrency space as a whole. So watch out for that. Guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Check out the BitGet and BingX exchanges. BingX is global non-KYC and BitGet is global minus the USA. So take your pick depending on your location. They're both extremely low in trading fees. They've both never been hacked before. It's the best way to help the channel by clicking on the referral links down below for these exchanges and signing up and trading on them. It helps you and it helps the channel. Crypto Academy, bull market sale. Everything you need in an educational course is there. It teaches you how to trade. It teaches you how to manage trades. Teaches you market psychology. Really, everything's there. Check it out on the website. And then finally, the VIP group on Telegram. We trade altcoin trading signals on VIP. So we do altcoin trading on VIP with a 78% win rate. That's pretty bloody good, pretty bloody exceptional. If you want to trade altcoins with me there, you can do so. All the links are down below. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day.